Despite the release of several new genre films, last weekend's domestic box office was notably slow at an approximately $54 million total, sluggish enough to earn the title of 2025's worst box office thus far. Paramount's R-rated action comedy Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid, took the top spot with $8.7 million, slightly below expectations. Meanwhile, Mickey 17 suffered a 60% drop in its second weekend, barely managing to stave off Steven Soderbergh's spy thriller Black Bag, with hauls of $7.51 and $7.5 million, respectively. Although clearly not many people made it out to the movies this weekend, a few of us here ventured out to catch a few of these flicks on the big screen, I hear.
Well, of course, your resident A-lister had to make it out to the theater. And I actually made it out a couple of times this weekend. I saw Novocaine and I saw the A24 Ayo Edebiri-led thriller Opus, which had John Malkovich in it. Yeah, it was fun. I guess I'll go ahead and give a little mini review. Actually, fun isn't like the right word for it. It was okay. It was decent. I had a good time with it. I'm glad I saw it, but it feels like we've gotten a string of like these kind of like cult thrillers that are like pseudo comedies. Like Blink Twice comes to mind. Yeah. It kind of reeks of Get Out a little bit and some other stuff like that. But it was good. As far as a vehicle for Ayo, I thought it was great, but it didn't even make it in the top 10 as far as its performance goes. So I don't think that's going to be one that we hear too much more about. But the weird thing with this return or these results from the box office here is I think all of these movies were marketed pretty well and the reception to them was pretty decent as well. So I don't really know what happened this weekend. Maybe it's a result of a little bit of burnout because the first few months of 2025, the weekends have been pretty consistent. And maybe this is just a result of like, hey, after seeing, film after film getting caught up on the Oscar nominations, and there's been a Marvel movie out there, there's been Mickey 17 now, and I caught it on the first weekend. Maybe this is like, people's first opportunity to breathe a little bit before, the coming movies, because Snow White comes out this weekend. Sinners is not far behind that. And next thing you know, we're right back into the summer I want to say blockbusters and box office at the same time. We're right back into the blockbuster summer box office with Thunderbolts and what have you. So I'm kind of hoping that this is the exception rather than the rule, but I can't help but think of, back in May of last year when The Fall Guy came out, I was like personally offended by how poorly that movie did.
Yeah.
And I don't feel the same way about this one. I think Novocaine was decent. It's a good time. If you have any interest in it and are a fan of Jack Quaid, go check it out. But by and large, I think, for families, it is R-rated, but for most people, they can probably wait for it to hit streaming. Yeah, no popcorn buckets. Maybe that was the mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the popcorn bucket?
Popcorn bucket that makes you feel no pain.
It is kind of a dying art a little bit.
Art.
We peaked too early with the Dune bucket. It was just like, that's what we started with. And it was just like,
everything
we were
that came after
expecting
was
to
just
follow
a
it up.
imitation.
I mean, Black Bag, it's right there. You don't even have to do any work.
I saw Black Bag.
Just the Black Bag.
Black Bag was really good. It was a movie that hits all the things I enjoy. It was espionage and thriller and smart and sexy, and it had some really dry humor. And honestly, my theater had way more people in it than I expected, so I was happy to see that. And it is a nice, snappy 90 minutes. So go see Black Bag. It's got Fassbender, Kate Blanchett.
Don't tease me with a good
Brosnan. Oh god, it was really good. When I walked out of the theater, I was like, wow, that was still light outside. This is great. It was so nice. Super fun. It's very like high intrigue, low action, but then when there are the action moments, they're very impactful. So I'm going to advocate for Black Bag. And I saw Mickey 17 the day before, and I thought it was really fun. Really tugged at my heartstrings at certain spots. If you've seen it, but I'd say it's an acquired taste, probably. It's some out there sci-fi for sure, but it's enjoyable, and Pattinson does do a really good job. I wonder, it's spring break for a lot of people here in the States. So last weekend
a good
would have
point.
been a travel weekend for quite a few people. And then so I wonder if we're going to see some pickup in the next few weekends of people returning home being, oh, what should we do today? Let's go to the movies.
I gotta ask, was it Robert Pattinson's vocal affectations that pulled at your heartstrings?
No.
I should have read the paperwork.
No, it's not. But he is very funny in it.
Yeah.
That movie made me laugh out loud. Like, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I've been talking about it ever since it came out, and I have not made it to the theater. I've got some intense family stuff going on that we have not been able to get. I have not been able to make it to the theater, and I'm just bummed because I've really wanted to see a number of these. I'm sad to hear, J. Sky, that you didn't care for the Ayo Edebiri vehicle.
Well, I liked it. It just wasn't anything to write home about.
Okay. Yeah, that one just looks really good to me. I really love John Malkovich in so many things, and letting Ayo play against him sounded like a ton of fun. So I'm going to try to make it out in the next week or so to catch as many of these as possible.
I thought Novocaine was marketed really well. I expected it to do a lot better. I did. I mean, it's one of those movies. It's an R-rated action movie. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jack Quaid. He's obviously got notoriety from The Boys, but I don't think you'd call him an A-lister by any means.
Not yet.
And so it's he's definitely on the rise. But so you don't expect it to go out there and do huge numbers or whatever. But after the marketing, I thought the teasers were playing in between basketball games and stuff, and they were snappy, and there was all this cool red carpet stuff. I don't know if you saw any of this stuff from that, but there was a kind of the boxing things that are in arcades where you punch it and it tells you how hard you punched. There was one of those with a lifelike Jack Quaid face on it on the red carpet, and people were just throwing haymakers at it and stuff, which is hilarious. So things like that I thought really worked in the marketing. So I am a little surprised. And yeah, the spring break thing is a good call. Maybe it's just one of those, hey, it's an action movie, I can wait for it to come to streaming type things that people kind of do the mental math in their mind, and they think, I just saw something and I'm going to see something soon, and maybe this is the one that just gets left behind, kind of maybe i.e. Fall Guy, like you said. But yeah, it's that one surprised me. I just expected a little bit more box office wise from it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm just thinking about the box office of this movie and the marketing as well as the kind of lead actor that they are, and I feel like Love Hurts from a few weeks ago and Novocaine have really similar vibes, and they both made pretty small returns in the box office. But it feels to me like those two movies, those stars just occupy a similar space, kind of genre touching, but they're not exactly, and they're both not hugely famous, but famous enough. And they're both doing these action love stories. It just seems like two movies that have a lot of similar DNA. I don't know if you've seen both of them.
I didn't see Love Hurts just because the word of mouth was so poor, across the board. It was universally panned. I wasn't super interested in it, but I was going to look up to see if Novocaine was an 87 North production, because I know Love Hurts was, and when you're talking about them kind of feeling the same, I think it's that kind of feel. They both feel like 87 North movies, Nobody with Better Call Saul's actor, Bob Odenkirk from 3 or 4 years ago.
I loved him in that.
Let's take a regular kind of schlubby dude and put him in a scenario where he gets to be a badass. It's kind of that wish fulfillment for a certain kind of dude.
For this kind of dude right here. It's this thing, is it just a misguided effort? I like it as a schlubby guy. I like the fact that it's schlubby representation, but it's the part of the wish fulfillment is that you are James Bond, not that you just get to fight people, right? The wish fulfillment.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he fights the guys, he gets the girl. Yeah, it's the whole package. Yeah.
In this essay, I will.
And I'm a schlubby guy too, so don't feel targeted or anything like that.
No, not at all. I was volunteering a schlubby tribute. Scoot's killing it.
I've played golf.
He was in his bag this week.
Black bag.
He was in his black bag.
That was a really funny joke you made about, like, it's right there. That's the popcorn bucket for Black Bag. It's just like a black, like, Walmart sack type thing, and they just dump the popcorn in it.
Like, what'd you expect, man?
This will be $40.
You're literally seeing a movie called Black Bag.
In the movie, what kind of bag is it? Is it like is there an actual black bag, or is it just the name of it?
It's I don't know if it's spoilery to say.
It's conceptual.
It's the term of like, I can't talk about that. It's black bag.
Okay. Gotcha.
That definitely complicates it a little bit.
Yeah.
That complicates my artistic vision.
For the popcorn bucket. Listen, you gave me the title of Black Bag, and I was ready to roll with it. And now you tell me there's not a black bag in it? I've come with 6 concepts for the Black Bag popcorn bucket.
There was no black bag. There were satellites and dinner parties.
The full yard-sized trash bag full of popcorn that you can take into your seat. You have to buy a second seat to sit it with you. Okay, sorry.
Now, do you know, maybe we're going off on popcorn tangent. Did you know that AMC is kind of embroiled in controversy because they changed their popcorn flavor and everybody hates it?
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah, not.
It's been a few months. I think they announced it
Why is this not a feature story,
back
Jay?
in November or December. Hold on, I'm Googling it. Yeah, AMC Theaters announces new popcorn flavor. That was in November 14th. That was when they announced, they started getting weird. They were like, oh, we're going to do cinnamon butter or whatever. But then people started coming out after that and being like, it tastes different, right? And like Reddit boards started being like, am I crazy? Or is my local theater just bad? Or is it AMC? And people started being like, no, mine tastes weird too. And
Like
so
just the regular popcorn?
the regular popcorn, yeah. So, you know, maybe I don't have an AMC close to my house, so I cannot confirm this. So maybe, you know, if you are close to an AMC, maybe throw something in the comments. Hey, my popcorn's weird. All right, maybe throw it in there, and let's see if we can get some steam
Scotty
going on
doesn't eat popcorn.
I know.
Scotty, you're an A-lister. You demand popcorn and send it to us. So we can.
Well, they usually have the ones that you can buy to take home and pop yourself. Yeah, I can
I'm
do
looking
that.
at Reddit right now, and I'm not kidding when I say it's all. Has AMC Theaters changed their popcorn? This one just says popcorn is different. This one says AMC popcorn ? Did AMC change their large popcorn? Like it is goes deep. Is all
The
I'm saying.
internet is on fire with popcorn talk.
The streets are talking about the popcorn.
Put it as the Spotify poll.
We need boots on the ground, is what we're saying. Like, we need you to go out to your AMC local theater and investigate this for us.
We need some popcorn reports. Yeah, for sure. You just watched a clip from Multiverse News. If you liked it, go to our channel. We got a whole episode that it comes from. So go check that out and hit the like and subscribe. And we got lots of clips you'll enjoy, but also full hour-long episodes of Multiverse News with lots of things that don't even make it to clips. So check us out.
You stay clippy.